scientific calculator app available operation. In this scientific calculator application, we have the three functions mainly. The first is about the memory function, and you see in this one the memory function, and the next is about the basic calculation. It's about the adding, subtracting, or division. And finally, we have about the scientific or science calculation, such as sine, cosine, logarithm, or the factorial calculation. And finally, we also have the exit button in here. If you want to exit, you just put in exit and the program will stop. But first, to test the program, will use something. For example, I put 3 like this. The program will say invalid operation. Try again, because you have to put a sign only. For example, minus or plus only, not the number. So the program will say, let's try again. For example, I want to make adding. I put minus 12 and 12. So now you see that the result will be displayed in this statement. 12 plus 12 is equal 24. And for example, I put minus. I have 55 and to minus 22.5. So you see that the 25 minus 22.5 just left only 32.5. And in this case, if I want to use the memory function, I just put m plus. So now you show that add 22.5 to memory. So memory equal to 32.5. If I want to create a memory, I just put MC. So we're going to say the memory clear. So now I want to call the memory. I will just say MR. So the memory will show that memory recall 0, right? So I will do the next about the multiplication. And division. Okay, so the next I want to do the x, that is 5 1 divide x right minus next x over 2 25 x over 3 right. Next x over y next x over 1 minus y okay, so that sine 30 cos 60 tan 45 sine h 30 cosine h 45 times h. Next, locally base e, simple, factorial, simple 5, and locally base 10, and export. And the last one, square root. Okay. So now we easy, just put easy. So now down the program say calculator close. Number one and result. So the next we'll talk about case 1 divided x and break. So inside here we are write if num1 equal 0, like this. So in that case we say console.write error, right? Because it cannot divide. Error division by 0. Division by 0. And then we say we enter new line, and then we say continue to the program continue, but else this means you calculate, right? So we say result equal 1 multiplied x, like this. But here it should be 1 number 1, and then we write console.write, right? So I say 1 multiply num1 equal result, like this. So here okay. So after that we are going to create another function. So the next we'll talk about case x power 2 break. For this case we say result equal math dot power so we have num 1 and 2 only this. So this case is very similar. Console.write we say num1 power 2 equal result like this. Okay, so the next we are going to talk about 3, right? So for the power of 3 is very similar, so I just copy this one and paste. For 3, just change this one to be 3 and change this one to be 3, then this one to be 3, like this. And then next we'll talk about the square, right? This one should be square root. So format equal, this one we have to change to be square, like this. And inside here we say number 1, like this. So after that we have to show this one. We use the method to display, so I choose this one, copy this one, so say square, change the square root. Okay, so the next we talk about the logarit base 10. Okay, so, log 10 and break like this. After that you say if num1 less than equal 0, then we show that so that this error, right? Console to write error. You say error log 10 undefined 4 define 4 less than 0, right? Enter like this, and then we say continue. Okay, so after that we will calculate. So to calculate that we use a result equal math. No, math dot base 10 like this, and say num1 so after that to show the result I will use this one, this method. Some cases we don't use this method because it has the different format or the special format to display, so we cannot use that. The method show result one parameter, but almost the case use this one log like this, right? So the next we'll talk about export. Case export break, then we say result equal map.export map.export, and in here we say num1 this, and then show the result. This one also use this one. So export like this. Next we talk about I put this one. Next talk about factorial calculation. Case x factor if this one num1 less than 0, right? Or num1 different. This means it's not minus, right? So we say map dot for this one num1. So in case like this, we say we to tell this right console dot write we say error. What kind of error? Factorial only for non negative, right? Factorial only for non negative. Enter integer like this. So then we enter new line, and then we say continue. After that, L we calculate, right? If the value is greater than minus, right? So result equal factorial factorial. This is about the method, right? So we create a method like this. So here I say n and num1 like this, and then the method factorial has the error now because we haven't created the detail yet, so it still have the look like of error. Then we show console dot write. This one we say num1 factor equal result. Enter new line like this. So now we finish for the factorial, but the method not finished yet, so we will create it later. The next we are going to create about the locally based E. Break. So for the locally based E we have if like this, none less than equal 0. Then we show the error. So I say console.write say error in undefined for less than 0. Like this. Then we say continue. Else we will calculate, right? So here we say result equal math dot this one here, now this, and then so to show the result you use the this method, right? This method that is and then we okay, the next we are going to, so now it seems that we finished for the function that we need. Okay, just go back here. Okay. So now we are going to create for the next. The next we are going to create about the two parameter operation. So to do that, we just continue from this one. Just continue from this one. And here we say two parameters operation. Two parameter operation. So for the two, we have the plus, right, minus, and x over y, then x over 1 dy y. I have this one. Just copy. Okay. So this one up is about two parameters operation. So now we use the elf if. So in here we say op equal plus or op equal minus or op equal multiplication or op equal division, and then you enter op equal x over y. op equal x over 1 minus y. Okay, so now we are going to create about the detail of our two parameter operation. So the first you ask the user to enter console right enter first number. This one, just num1 equal convert to double console read write. And at this similarity, we also do to the number 2. So just copy this one. We change this one to be num2. Second number. So the next we will separate, right, the kind of operation. I use the suite kind of operation. Kind of operation for the kind of operation for 2 parameter, right? 2 parameter. We use switch OP. Yes. So now we have the case 1 plus and plus we have to add the 2 number, right? Result equal num1 plus num2, that is, and after that we have to show. In here I will use the method to show the result. I should show result is just 2 parameter say num1 then num2 then result then the side, right, plus this. Okay, so we are going to create the similarity for the minus. Just copy this one. Change this to be minus and this to be minus, this to be minus. Okay, so the next is multiplication. Change this one to be multiplication. The next division. But for the division is just different when the number 2 is 0, right? So in the case should be error. So here we have to write something. If num2 equal 0, then you write error, right, console dot verify error cannot divide by 0. Enter new line. We say continue, right? this, else we do the calculation. So the next case we talk about x over y, like this. Result equal map dot power, and here is the noun 1, then noun 2, like this, and this one we use the parameter here. To show the result, just we say noun 1, noun 2 result, and this should be like this. Break. Next, it's about x power 1 divided y. So here we use result equal map dot power noun 1, 2, but here we use like this. Okay, so after that we have to show the answer. Use the method show result to parameter. Here we change this to be like this. Okay, so now is n. And what is the kind of operation for 2 parameter. So after that we have to write in the case that invalid operation. So that's we will write up invalid operation. So is the else. That is console invalid operation. Okay, then last result equal result like this. So two operation. So now we are going to create about the method that you be used that we already create, right? So the first we are going to create about the method that are outside here. Outside here, and I create this, say statics void and show result one parameter, and here we say string op, then double num1, for example 1 and then double result one like this. Okay, so you say method this one, and this. So let's check that the show result one parameter inside the main method clear or not yet. Not yet, right? Show result. So we just copy this one to be that, copy this one and pass in here. Okay. So now let's see what happened. Okay, so you see that no, right? Okay, no error. No error. Isn't that okay? So we have a string operation double num11 double result11, and so inside here we write about the detail. So we just write our console dot right here. So just say this one op, and then num11. Okay, plus in here just write equal result11 like this, and select n to enter new line. Okay, now we finish for the method. For one show method, show a result for one parameter. So the next we are going to create the method name. Just copy for the two parameters. So I go here, we just copy this one, this name. So we just pass here and say static void right. So here we have a double num11, then double num22, then we have double for result 2, then we also have the string. I have a string for op to 2, that is going here, and here we say n this one. Like this. So let's check that the show result two parameter error still has or not in the main method, right? 2 okay, no error, right? You see this show result two parameter, no error anymore. So okay, it's really okay. So you just go to here and create a detail. So here we will have console, right? num11, and then op 22, then num22, then equal result to 2 like this, and then we just enter new line like this. So now we finish for the method show result to parameter. Next we are going to create the method factorial, right? So we go here, we say method factorial static double, just copy the method name, right? This one, copy this one, so we put here and this. So in here we say and this one. Method like this. So inside here we say double result equal 1. Then we use the for loop. Integer I equal 2. Then I must less than equal n, and I plus, then rest I like this. So after that we have to return, right? So just return rest like this. So now we end for the method factorial. Okay. So it seems that we finished the program. So just check that is this okay or not. Any error? So let's check together. So it seems that no error, right? So now let's run our program to see what will happen. So just Ctrl F5 on the keyboard. So now you'll see that the result will be as you see in here. So let's try our program. So it's a scientific calculator app available operation M plus MRMC, right? So this is the enter operation. For example, I just put 3. So the program will say enter operation 33, so invalid operation. Try again. So now I try again. So I want to do adding, push 22. So you see that the result will be 44 like this. So the next, if I want to try minus 12.3 to 5 So you show that like this, and try another function. With the next, I will to try the 10 and power x, and I say 5, because you see that the result will be like this one. So next I say x power y 12 3 the result this one. And the next I will try the sine, so I put 30. This is the sine 30 equals 0. This one. Let's try cosine x 30, so that cosine 30 will be this one. The next I will try the vector, this one. For example, I put 9. Okay, so the vector on 9 is 45. Try logarit of 100 is 2, right? So log n 3 1 point, right? So the next I will try the square root. For example, 45 square root of 45 is 6 point, right? So the next, for example, I want to use the memory function. I just plus m, wrong, right? I say m plus, so the program say add 6 point, right, to memory. So memory equals 6.7 or something. So I want to clear, I put mc to say memory clear, and I want to recall as m or, so let's say memory recall 0. So now if I want to exit the system, just put exit. So the program say calculate the close.